How herdsmen invaded Osun community. Hello, my wonderful people. It's happening. A few days ago, the whole of the southern governors came together. Sorry, with the exclusion of one. Almost all the southern governors came together to deliberate on relevant issues that are prevailing in the environment and in the region and to prefer solution. Unavoidably, one was absent. And guess what? Recently, as we are speaking, these herdsmen are so bold, they've invaded Osun State. Let's get on and get all the details. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. God bless you. How herdsmen invaded Osun community. Residents of the Slippery Coca community in Ogbokon, local government area of Osun State, were shocked beyond imagination as emerging herdsmen invaded the village and attempted to kidnap some of the villagers, though the mission was not successful. Partly due to the efforts of local hunters, the wicked acts of gun-wielding herdsmen left an inevitable mark in the lives of their victim and the community. The attack, the malicious herdsmen stormed the house of one Yusuf with guns, sticks, cutlass, and shot their way into the house. They ate food in the kitchen, quenched their thirst with soft drinks in the freezer before descending on the victim. Kira disclosed that his wife slept off in the living room, complaining of body ache, while he went straight to the bedroom, hoping to wake up early in the morning, prepare food for another day of fasting. Little did he know that men of the underworld would pay him a visit that night. Narrating his near-death experience, Kura said, "I was shocked when my wife rushed in about 10:30 p.m. on the fateful day, waking me up and telling me that thieves had surrounded our house. The first time after 5 years that we relocated to that community. After praying in the mosque, I went into the living room and my wife was lying down. There I, there I, there I was. I went straight into the bed at about 10:30. She came to wake me up that thieves had surrounded the compound. I was surprised because since 2016, when I first settled here, being the first to move into the community, I do leave my doors open and sleep at night. As I peeped through the curtain, I saw Bororo Fulani guys armed with guns. I am sure they were not speaking Hausa language. I was afraid. I ran back into the room. I couldn't think straight. There was no weapon in the room to confront them. Suddenly, they started knocking on the door. I did not answer. One of them peeped into the sitting room and saw me. He then broke the glass and tried to open the front door from inside. I hit him. I hit him with a nail. It, I hit him with a stick that had nail. He reiterated. They were provoked by my action and they started shooting sporadically into the house, spraying the glass with their bullets. While they were shouting, my wife was shouting for help and for my neighbors to come, but there was no one. They beat him with clubs and cutlass. I started shouting for help too. They eventually forced their way through the big door and they needed to open the smaller door to access the living room. I was pushing the door back, but when it dawned on me that the door would be opened by force, I reiterated to the lobby. Thereafter, they entered into the living room, the kitchen, and dining, packed cooked food and drinks. I was even happy that they would leave with that, what they have packed. But they sat outside and ate the food drinks, after which they returned to the living room and started shooting. While I was in the lobby, my wife and the kids were in one of the bedroom. I was hit by the bullet on the side of my stomach and started bleeding. I then entered into the bedroom and pretended to be dead. One of them came into the room and hit me with a stick. I was begging them in the name of God, but they refused to listen. They dragged me with my underwear outside the house. He made a sign. Two other guys engaged with gun pointed at me and they took me into the bush where we met other guys with guns too. They moved to the point where they started speaking their language. At that time, the guns that were pointed at me has now been emptied of bullets because they were shooting sporadically. Others started running. I also ran. That was how I was able to save my life. My wife did not know my whereabouts. Neighbors were wondering what has happened to us. Eventually, they left. This is how God saved me. Since then, we have relocated from that area. These Fulanis have been so terrible. My people, this is how they go into, this is just one account. Yes, this is just one account. This is how they go into people's villages, into little towns, and they trouble the place. If you listen to the man's account very well, he said before this time, he could sleep with his door open. There was no need for worry or fear. He could actually sleep with his door open. He can go about his business without fear or favor, and was very fine until that happened and even had to relocate from that very area. My people, there is something not right too, and the government of Nigeria is supporting it. I don't know what the governor of Osun State is doing. Yes, we want to believe that now that they have, said open grazing is now a taboo, is now a law that is no longer permitted in the southern region, that they will not just speak words, but put system in place to enact and to bring this, law into being, such that those who deflect in the very law being said will face the full route of the law. One of such things they can do is ensuring that policing, their own policing, the Amotekun, for instance, that is in the southwest, the Ebube Agu in the southeast, and the south have not heard of any security local police that they've gotten. Could they need to put structures in place to ensure that these people understand that is now a no area in the west, in the south area, and this will make them reiterate and do the right thing. Otherwise, all the meeting they had is with no use. Leave us a comment. We would like to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Bye for now.